They sang with heaven in their hearts and lived with eternity in mind. Though their voices have fallen silent here on earth, their words and songs continue to inspire millions. This tribute honors beloved Gaither Homecoming friends who have gone home, men and women whose lives still speak volumes through their faith, music, and witness. Howard Goodman, one of the founding voices of the Happy Goodman family. Howard was known for his powerful tenor voice and passion for worship. His ministry spanned decades, encouraging believers to lift their voices beyond entertainment toward true worship. Inspiring words. We didn't come here to entertain. We came to worship and lift Jesus higher than anything else. Went home to be with the Lord. November 30th, 2002. George Younts, bass singer and comedian of the Cathedral Quartet. George brought joy and humility to gospel music. He encouraged believers to lean on God when life's burdens felt heaviest. Inspiring words. When we reach the end of our own strength and plans, God's power begins to work through us. Went home to be with the Lord. April 11th, 2005. Anthony Berger, a virtuoso pianist with the Cathedral Quartet. Anthony overcame a childhood accident that almost cost him the use of his hands. His music ministry glorified God with each note played. Inspiring words. My hands are just tools. My heart's desire is to glorify God through the music He's given me. Went home to be with the Lord. February 22nd, 2006. Vestal Goodman. Vestal, the queen of Southern gospel music, was beloved for her fiery spirit and heartfelt singing. She was a beloved wife, mother, and evangelist, inspiring many to trust God even when life was hard. Inspiring words. Sometimes you won't understand why things happen, but God calls us to trust Him anyway, with all our hearts. Went home to be with the Lord. December 27th, 2003. Glenn Payne, lead singer of the Cathedral Quartet. Glenn's smooth voice carried decades of gospel ministry. Near the end of his life, he reflected on living humbly for Christ. Inspiring words. Looking back, I'd want to sing less about myself and more about the greatness of Jesus. Went home to be with the Lord. October 15th, 1999. Jake Hess, legendary gospel singer with the Statesman Quartet and the Imperials. Jake's influence shaped generations. His deep faith gave him peace about life and death. Inspiring words. I'm not afraid to die, because I want to be ready to stand before the Lord at any moment. Went home to be with the Lord. January 4th, 2004. Stephen Hill. Known for his worship leadership and participation in homecoming concerts, Stephen encouraged worship as surrender, not just music. Inspiring words. True worship isn't about the songs we sing. It's about the surrender in our hearts. Went home to be with the Lord. August 5th, 2012. Roger Bennett, tenor for the Cathedral Quartet and Legacy 5. Roger faced leukemia with unwavering faith, singing and ministering joyfully despite pain. Inspiring words. Cancer may have my body, but will never have my spirit. Christ holds me forever. Went home to be with the Lord. March 17th, 2007. Dottie Rambo, a prolific songwriter and singer. Dottie wrote more than 2,500 gospel songs. Her faith and passion for heaven gave her peace about death. Inspiring words. I've never feared death because I know exactly where I'm going. Into the arms of Jesus. Went home to be with the Lord. May 11th, 2008. Jesse Dixon, a gifted singer blending traditional gospel and contemporary sounds. Jesse's music carried the motivation of heaven to all who heard him. Inspiring words. Heaven isn't just where we're going, it's what motivates everything we do here. Went home to be with the Lord. September 26th, 2011. Ben Spear. Member of the Spear family, Ben was a singer, arranger, and promoter of gospel music. Humble and devoted, he always pointed others to Christ. Inspiring words. If I have a gift, it's to direct people's hearts to Jesus. That's the legacy I want to leave. Went home to be with the Lord. April 7th, 2017. J.D. Sumner. Known for the lowest bass voice in gospel music history, J.D. was a pioneer and deeply spiritual man. Inspiring words. You can't truly sing about grace unless you've first lived it in your heart. Went home to be with the Lord. November 16th, 1998. Danny Gaither. Member of the Gaither Trio, Danny was known for his gentle voice and faithful ministry. Inspiring words. You don't have to be the loudest voice, just a faithful one who serves the Lord with heart. Went home to be with the Lord. April 6th, 2001. James Blackwood. Patriarch of the Blackwood Brothers Quartet, James' career spanned over 70 years, focusing always on God's glory. Inspiring words. We could fill every seat, but what matters is if our singing moves heaven's throne. Went home to be with the Lord. February 3rd, 2002. Rosie Rosel. Tenor for the Statesman Quartet, Rosie was known for passionate singing and deep humility. Inspiring words. I never sang for applause. I sang because God gave me a song to share. Went home to be with the Lord. February 28th, 1995. Eva May Lefevre. One of the first women to break barriers in gospel music, Eva May never retired from her call to minister. Inspiring words. Serving the Lord is a lifetime calling. There's no retirement from his work. Went home to be with the Lord. May 18th, 2009. Hovey Lister, dynamic pianist and founder of the Statesman Quartet, known for his energy, flair, and deep love for gospel music. Inspiring words. We've got our kind of music, and it glorifies the Lord. Went home to be with the Lord. December 28th, 2001. Jason Clark, leader of the Nellens, devoted husband and father with a heart for ministry and a voice that lifted countless lives toward heaven. Inspiring words. Music is our mission to point hearts to Jesus. Went home to be with the Lord. July 26th, 2024. Kelly Nellen Clark, beloved alto of the Nellens, daughter of Rex Nellen, and a faithful witness through decades of gospel music ministry. Inspiring words. Singing is my way of sharing Jesus with the world. Went home to be with the Lord. July 26th, 2024. Squire Parsons, beloved soloist and songwriter, known for the timeless Sweet Beulah Land. His gentle spirit and heaven-focused songs inspired millions. I wrote Sweet Beulah Land while longing for heaven, not just the place but the peace of being with Jesus. It's a song of hope. Went home to be with the Lord. May 5th, 2025. Henry Slaughter, beloved gospel pianist, songwriter, and arranger, known for his work with the Weatherford Quartet, the Imperials, and as part of the duo Henry and Hazel Slaughter. His music touched countless lives over decades of ministry. Inspiring words. All I ever wanted to do was play in the band, write a few songs, and sing in the choir. Went home to be with the Lord. November 13th, 2020. Aaron Wilburn, beloved gospel songwriter, comedian, and former member of the Happy Goodman family, known for his heartfelt songs like 4 Days Late and his joyful humor. Inspiring words. God is not an accidental God. He knows our tomorrows before our tomorrows arrive. Went home to be with the Lord. November 27th, 2020. Calvin Newton, a gospel music legend. Calvin Newton was known for his powerful tenor voice and his pivotal role in groups like the Oak Ridge Boys and the Sons of Song. Inspiring words. God's grace is bigger than our mistakes. No matter how far we fall, He's waiting to lift us up. Went home to be with the Lord. March 3rd, 2023. They sang about heaven, and now they sing in its choirs. Their voices may have faded from this world, but their messages, their encouraging words, still speak. From joyful testimonies to quiet reflections, they left us more than melodies. They left us truth. They left us hope. Through every lyric, every harmony, they pointed us to Jesus. And now, they rest in His presence. We thank God for the wisdom they shared, in sermons, in songs, and in life. May their legacy remind us to live with eternity in view, to sing with joy, and to serve with faith. until we see them again. What a day, glorious day that will be.